Well, thank you so much for joining us here on a Wednesday. I'm Marlon Bowling with you. Wanted to run through some new ethanol production numbers real quickly. They just came off the wire. And just to give you an update, production did decline a little bit this last week. It was down 40,000 barrels a day, down to 933,000 barrels per day. To help offset that, though, the ethanol stocks also declined. They were down 400,000 barrels, down to 21.2 million. And the imports stayed at zero. So it was kind of a give and take type thing, a good news, bad news report this time around. Let's jump into our futures trade and see what's going on the big board. We'll start with the corn market. And again, I'll remind you, no overnight sales to talk about today. December corn, 2.5 higher now. Whoops, now 3 higher at 548.25. Well, we're starting to firm up a little bit, and now we're just 1 tick from our high of the day. Interesting. In the soybean market, we have been higher and lower. Last time we were down a nickel. Now we have November 2.5 lower at 13.2925. So starting to elevate just a little bit. In the wheat trade in Chicago, you have December 5.5 cents lower at 726.75. It's kind of been stuck there for a while. Kansas City wheat on December down 2 at 715.25 per bushel. In Minneapolis, we have December down 1.75 at 9.09, and in the cotton market on that December new crop contract, December is 19 points higher at 94.37. For those of you wondering what the dollar is doing, not much, down almost 100 points. Excuse me, up about 100 points now, right at 93 even. And as far as the Dow goes, the Dow Jones Industrial Average futures are 78 points higher on September. They're at 35,392. So they're off of their earlier lows. It's been chopping around as well. The crude oil trade today has been all over the place. Right now, October up 17 cents at 67.71. Todd Bubba Horwitz joins us now. He's with BubbaTrading.com. And he is based in Redwood, Illinois, outside Chicago. Todd, choppy markets again today, to nobody's surprise. Anything driving them?
Not really, Marlon. I think, again, it's real thin summer trade. But I will say this. Yesterday's rally in soybeans and that hold at 12.90 seemed to be a pretty big level. And so I think that's pretty encouraging in general. I think, again, I'm looking for a really big third and fourth quarter. And I think that we're on our way. And, again, as long as we can hold the key levels of support, which we've been able to do so far, I think that it'll bode for a very good fall and a great harvest, and we should all have a very good third and fourth quarter. That's what I'm looking for.
What about this wheat market that is kind of struggling today? What do you read into that?
Nothing. I think, again, listen, it's kind of like take your turn. Who's going to be under a little bit of pressure today? But wheat is still the key leader and has really led the overall rally and has been the strongest, which if we go back to the beginning of this rally back, about 12 months ago, wheat was the first one to take off. And I think that's what we're seeing again is wheat looks to be the first one getting ready to rock. And I think once we get going and get back into, actual real trade and some real volume, I think you're going to see, the rest take off along with it. I mean, wheat's up, well over $1 since that earlier low put in July. So I think, and it was up almost 2. And I just think we're going to see buyers start to come in here, and I think we're going to see a much bigger demand, especially with the start of football season, which is going to be millions of people consuming food on a regular basis. So it's going to be a little bit different fall than it was last year at this time.
Okay, well, Todd, thank you for the analysis today. Always good to hear from you, and good luck trading this week. Todd Bubba Horwitz of BubbaTrading.com. We'll return in a moment and take a look at livestock next.